Welcome to another episode of Dad's Rules with Kevin Belzer. And right before we went live on camera, I belched to save you all from hearing that. And someone is taking this kind of personal.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted by your laughing, I figured that we would talk about goals.
Okay.
Now, I have a lot of episodes in the can while we're recording this, but this will probably air, I'm going to guess. It's going to air either late October or November.
Oh, even that early?
Okay, I guess that is kind of early. So it's probably going to air in November.
It's like 8 in the can?
I would have to check, but there's a lot. It's like it's a mess right now. They're all finally edited properly, and what I could, because some I had to send back because the sound was weird on them, and we have no idea because we were in an actual studio with them.
Yeah, it's just weird thing. So they're trying to figure that out too, because it's random.
I know it's
fine.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It's so humid here.
Okay, so as you can see, we are on location. We are in Norwalk, Connecticut.
Yes.
Yeah, you had to think about it.
I know.
We're in Norwalk, Connecticut. We are recording on the second floor of our hotel, and behind us is this rock wall. Mm-hmm. So we are way high up in the air. We have to be at least 10 or 12 feet above the ground.
That's true.
Yeah, it'd be very impressive if we're floating right now and we have superpowers.
But but if I'm choosing superpower, it's going to be I don't know, telekinesis or no, well, that would be cool, or teleportation.
Well, I used to have superpowers.
Yes, that's what I've heard.
My children believed me, so it must be true.
Again.
They were told when they were young that I had the ability to walk through walls. And I told them that the powers were taken away from me because I used them for evil rather than for good. But I said that superpowers are genetic, so you need to see if it was passed down to you. And all the children walked into the wall to see if they'd pass through the wall.
Has anybody else done that with their children? I'd like to hear stories. I feel like it was so mean, but like it was hilarious for just a second. Because they did it.
I thought it was awesome.
And they were like, nope. I mean, it was just a resolve too. They're like, nope, I don't have that superpower. It was just resolve, and it was just funny.
Well, it's probably funny too because I was born with a high sarcasm gene, and so I'm like, must not have passed down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe you'll figure out if you got a different power.
Well, Jackson's got the sarcasm down. He's like...
Well, yeah, I trained him well.
Yeah, that kid's... Well, even Xander. Zach, it took him a while to figure out what sarcasm was, like to realize the tone of what sarcasm was. And so then once he got it, then I guess he did jump on the train too. So I think they all three have skills of sarcasm now, so...
So I guess a good question to ask the audience would be, what are you proud that you handed down to your children? I am proud that I handed down the ability of sarcasm at a very high level.
Very high level. Yeah. Especially with, it leveled up with each kid as they were born. Because the younger two, skills. Definitely. It's pretty funny.
So the topic of this episode is not any of this. This is our time killing, whatnot. Real quick though, from our not a sponsor category is Bang energy drinks. Is that too close to the camera? Bang! Bang! I am so easily amused. Yeah. This one is called Whole Lot of Pina Colada. And what I would say is, because it has a very coconut taste to it, is that if you're an alcoholic, this may be a good mixer for you.
Or you just like to mix drinks. It's a perfect pina colada flavor.
Okay, I guess there is that. I mean,
it has legit a good flavor.
I always looked at drinking that it was either 100 or a 0. If you're gonna drink, you're drinking to get trashed.
I guess. I don't know.
I never saw the point of casual drinking, which is probably why I quit at 23 years old.
Belzers, we do everything to the max.
Everything to the extreme. That is the way you should live.
We're competitive. We're gonna rule.
Yeah. Seems legit to me.
I can't say that's not true on some level.
Still not the topic.
Nope.
Okay, so this is going to air November-ish. I guess we'll see when it actually airs.
Yeah.
I was watching a podcast or listening to a podcast the other day where they said, you're listening to this in August, and it just aired last week in October.
Oops.
Yeah, or Monday or Tuesday, whenever October started. It just aired the other day. You're listening to this in August, and it's like, ooh, they must have a lot in the can.
Yeah, more in the can with
Or they
that.
said, oops, skipped one.
Yeah.
Because that could happen too.
Yeah.
But what I want to talk about is 2024 is right around the corner.
How?
Hey, I look at it this way. It's 1 year further away from 2020.
Yeah.
And how can that not be a bad thing?
I don't know.
So this is a time of year where everybody starts thinking about what I want to be next year.
I'm gonna be when I grow up next year.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom, when she was in her 40s, she was like, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily practical. It's more of a procrastination stand.
Yeah.
So there are 3 things that you should be thinking about for the new year. In the first one, the firstnal?
First?
What the hell? Did I just make up a word?
Firstnal?
Firstnal?
I don't even know what that would be. The first one.
It's a combination of first and personal.
Yeah.
It's a word. Firstnal.
Personal.
We're going to make it work.
Okay.
The firstnal one that you... Maybe not.
Maybe not.
The first one that you should be thinking about is your personal goals for the new year.
Okay.
So what personally do you want to accomplish in the new year? That should be the first thing somebody's talking about. So this could be a health issue, like the health category. You could be like I was in December of 2019. What the fuck, man? I can't even talk. 2019. The end of 2019, I had a picture taken of me in San Diego. Yes, it was San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Downstairs from this restaurant where I had the worst steak of my life.
Don't say it.
I don't know the name of the restaurant, but
good.
it's freaking nasty.
It's probably just a bad day.
It's what I imagine dog food tastes like.
Okay. I don't think it was that bad.
I don't taste what we feed our dog, but our dog loves it, so it must be okay.
He thinks it's good.
He thinks it's good, but I think he'll eat anything.
But he's a dog. He'll eat anything.
Anywho, I saw the photo taken of me, and here's what's funny about the photo, because I posted the photo before.
Mm-hmm.
I am legitimately sucking in my stomach when that photo was taken.
That's funny a little bit.
It's hilarious because that was I'm trying to look like I'm in shape, but you can tell that my pants are in pain and my shirt is like begging for mercy because it's like pulled to the extreme on the buttons. And it was that stage to where you either have to buy size up, or you have to lose weight.
Make it happen.
Oh yeah, I was in shape then. It was round.
It wasn't as round as you're saying.
It was pretty round. Look, if you go up the stairs and you get to the top of the stairs and have to grab your knees, you may be out of shape.
I mean, maybe. I guess.
There's no I guess about it. It's true. So a lot of people, when the new year happens, they set health and fitness goals. Mm-hmm. I think those are great, but you have to ask yourself, how are you going to actually accomplish them? And since you have a few months before the end of the year, maybe you should put a plan in place. Because one thing I did then, once I saw the photo, is reached out to somebody that I knew was a nutritionist / personal trainer and said, dude, you have to get me on track.
Yeah, you gotta.
And I got outside accountability.
Things, yeah.
I think it's great if you have any goals whatsoever. So we're going to go over 3 different ones. But if you have personal goals, they have an accountability partner that will help keep you on track.
But start now with the personal, decide now.
I would say
December.
Even start now with the goal.
Yes.
When the new year happens, you're already
in motion,
which is what I did, is that I immediately had him start me on it. And when January hit, I was already cruising, doing it. Because most people, they ruin the gym experience for me at the beginning of the year, because that's when they show up and I can't get to the equipment that I'm actually going to use, and they're only going to use that first week and move on.
Yeah, which that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate because I want to see everybody succeed, so I'd rather see them start earlier on it, and I can get used to the amount of people there and figure it out and just
start now.
Yeah, which I know the solution is just go at 5 a.m. Nobody's still there. So first and foremost is personal goals. Is it get better health, fitness, weight loss, read more, or start reading? Because one of my mentors, he didn't read until, gosh, he was around 30-ish when he first picked up a book.
I don't blame him. I didn't like to read either.
Did you know that it's somewhere above 80% of people, once they leave high school, they never pick up a book again?
Oh, wow, that's a big number.
Yeah. I think they just turn Netflix on at that point. That's when your Netflix subscription kicks in.
I can't sit there and watch TV that long. It's so long.
Well, there's only so much TV you can watch. It is called a boob tube for a reason.
Well, even still, it's just one activity for hours and hours and hours. Just can't do it. It's fine. I can. Number two is going to be your professional goals. So what do you want to do in your career to grow in the next year? For some of you, it's going to be getting a new job. So maybe your applications need to go in now, or you need to start on whatever other career you want to do. Maybe it's being in the entrepreneur world, and you need to be cranking that thing up right now, so that during the new year, you can transition out of the job you're at and into working for yourself. And for some of you, you're just going to realize that, hey, you spend another year at your job, you're 10 years in, you're capped out where you can be, there's no more growth available, and you just need to move on somewhere else. Yeah.
I will never advise anybody, though, just to quit cold turkey.
Never.
Get that next job lined up. You actually interview better if you already have a job.
That's true.
It's like, we say this with real estate agents, is that they get commission breath when they run out of transactions.
Yes.
Yeah, because all of a sudden they can't speak from a standpoint of helping someone. They're speaking from, it sounds like desperation when they're talking to anybody. And I can't really explain it. They could actually be saying the same thing, but it's the tone that they're using with the client that just comes across as salesy.
Yeah, salesy, that's a good word.
Yeah, so if you do want to transition to a new job, I'm not telling you to quit immediately. I'd like to see you be interviewing.
Yeah, start the next process before you end this one.
Have bill money and stuff coming in right now, same time. You got anything to add to that one? I think that one's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, no, I think we covered it. Start now. Don't wait till January and then decide your goals. Start now for January.
Yeah, because like I said before, you're going to find that maybe you just had another year pass and you haven't been happy for a long time. And a job, a career, working for yourself, it takes up a lot of time.
It does.
You only get so many trips around the sun.
True.
Why not be working in a field, in a career path, or for a company that you actually love?
Sure. For people that you love.
So that's number 2, is professional. Number 3 is financial goals. This is usually on a lot of people's list, is they want to think about where do we want to be financially the next year. I will say you can look at the financial one a couple different ways. Number 1 is you can look at it from, I just want to make more money. And so you need to figure out how I'm going to do that. Is it going to be switching to a new job, switching to a new company? Is it going to be going to your boss and saying, I need a raise, and here's why I've earned this raise? Don't just go to your boss and say, give me a raise. Go to your boss and say, here's the things I'm doing for the company, here's the plans I have moving forward, and here's why you should be paying me more money. Because if you just ask for a raise from a lot of bosses, they're going to be like, they may give you the pity inflation rate raise, which you should have got anyway.
Yeah.
Because their cost of goods have gone up too. And they're passing on to the clients, at least most are, if they're smart business people. Yeah. They're passing the cost on. So the money's there to give you a rate of inflation raise. However, if you want to get more than that, you want to get 20,000, 50,000 plus more. If you can come to them with here's everything I've been doing, here's how I've been going above and beyond, here's what I'm going to do moving forward. Here's why you should be giving me a raise. If you come with all these points, and they still say no, well, maybe you do need to move on at that point.
Yeah.
But most are going to go, oh crap, I get value here. To replace them is going to cost X amount anyway. Right. And maybe you don't get all of it, but you're still going to get more than that lousy, whatever rate of inflation is at the moment, which is so out of control. I could digress into that. The other way you can look at financial is, do you want to get your own house of cards in order? And that could be everything from, I want to be investing more. Yes. So here's how much I want to have saved in the next year or working for me in the investment world. Here's debt that I want to decrease in the next year. So it could be that as well. So financial can incorporate a few different things on that. Anything to add?
No, getting out of debt will be great. So we've got
everybody,
spend more expenses with a college kid.
We have more expensive now. Yeah, it's like we're looking at the new year going, here's where we need to lower debt. Yeah. Like remove car payments or have zero balances on credit cards because we're paying for a college and a car and housing for a kid. And it's like, oh my gosh, it adds so much to the bottom line that wasn't there 6 months ago that you're like, yeah, we need to lower some debt so this nugget each month isn't so brutal.
Yeah, well, because then you have an unexpected expense. And so then it's like, wow, okay.
Yeah, you always want to have oh shit money.
Yeah. So we need to raise that higher because there's just not enough in there. So
there you go. So that's my 3 things that I want you to be focusing on when you're thinking about your goals: personal, professional, and financial. All right. So that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Look how efficient we were on this one. If you like this show, like, share, comment, leave a review, feedback. It all helps the show grow. I'd really love if people be leaving feedback on Facebook, Spotify.
Yeah, that's fun.
Or not, Apple. I meant Apple. Apple and Spotify. Be leaving the feedback on there because then it helps the algorithms on their side promote the show, get the show out there to more people.
Well, we like to hear from you.
And if you'd like some of our Dad's Rules swag, go to dadsruleswag.com. See what I did there? Dad's Rules Swag at dadsruleswag.com. And until next time, go out and be the kick-ass adult I know you all can be.